I'm Rusty Kath. The PACEdge system is our topic of the day, and joining me to offer his expert opinion is Emerson's Dan Sacchitella. Dan, what are the major challenges your customers are currently facing?
Thank you, Rusty. So our customers are trying to find ways to leverage the mountains of data that they have at their disposal, working to squeeze every bit of availability, productivity, and quality out of their operations, while also aligning with their sustainability goals. The possible gains can be significant, but like every other project that they work to complete, they're resource constrained and constantly battling the day-to-day operations of their business. On top of that, they're tasked with broad directives that sound something like pursue a digital transformation strategy to improve operations. Pilot scale efforts are often incorrectly prioritized, and even if they're successful, they rarely scale across the whole organization for the same lack of resources.
Okay, so what is the edge?
Well, that definition is going to vary based on who you ask, but a blanket way to describe it could be something like this. The edge is a set of tools used to develop insight from operational data, which is close to the source of that data. Now, while that is a very Google-friendly way to describe it, our overarching objective is always going to be driving operational actions so that organizations can realize positive outcomes.
What happens if nothing changes?
Well, organizations, they're going to begin falling behind the curve and their competition if they fail to identify ways to turn the data they already have into insight and action. Almost every company we speak to, they have areas in the plant that we would consider stranded or islands of automation. These black holes of information, they do nothing to enhance these key metrics of performance, availability, quality, or sustainability.
What is Emerson doing with PACEdge to address this?
So philosophically, we looked at this challenge of building an edge device, and we needed it to have a robust software platform and a combination of open source and proprietary pieces so that we could truly deliver value. And then it needed to be housed in an industrial computer, basically, that could handle these harsh operational environments. It's far more complex than simply sticking an empty box out in the field and calling it edge. We wanted a solution that could scale well, from a few tags to tens of thousands. It needed to use the latest software, but also have the robustness to handle those operating environments like we have here. Like everything we do, investments in edge technology are there to serve those key metrics: quality, productivity, availability, and sustainability.
Do you have examples of edge that are working out there right now?
Yes, actually, we have a really interesting one with ultrasonic welding. So we actually partnered with this company. They were worried about the welds they were producing being subpar. And so through analysis of the machinery and the different sensing that we applied, we actually developed a machine learning algorithm that allowed the welds, it basically auto-detects when there's a suspect weld. And if there's a sequence of 3 in a row, it flags it, stops the machine, sends an alert so that it can be corrected. Another interesting example is a reservoir park. So this, to the naked eye, would simply look like a park with a pond, but it was actually part of a reservoir system. So they had to anticipate weather and the amount of rainfall they could expect so they could manage the level of the reservoir. Because you have two challenges here. You're trying to ensure that you don't lower the water level too much because that affects the aesthetic. And you also don't want to flood the place.
What are some other benefits of the PACEdge system?
When I think about PACEdge, I think about flexibility. We know that applications and needs are going to vary greatly. And the ability to adapt your tools to fit those needs, that's what makes PACEdge such a powerful tool.
So how can customers learn more?
Well, you can contact your local Emerson representative, and we will begin working with you to help identify how the edge can begin to deliver exceptional business and operational outcomes.